just because this happened, that doesn't stop me from being who God says I am. This personality clash or this thing that happened shouldn't take me off the course that the cross is important. And we have to navigate that through our life and say, so I have some questions up here. When do you separate and count it as a total loss? When do you love from afar, or with a long hand spoon, as grandmas used to say? Okay? When and how do you know which is which relationship? So now we got two examples, right? We got John Mark, Paul, and Barnabas. Paul and Barnabas was working. John Mark deserted them. Paul decided, you take the lad, I'm going to go and keep going with the work. Barnabas took his position and says, I'm a mentor. I can bring him to maturity. I'm going to work with him. Right? So he raised them up. They ran back into each other again. And now, he was some good to Paul. Somebody might say, well, who Paul thought he was? He had an agenda. And sometimes when people have an agenda, that's like a father that's the head of the house, right? You want to do everything else, and they're just worried about making sure that the house is running smooth. Your little thing that you want to do, you can get offended in it. And they're just making sure the lights stay on, right? And you're like, right? What about this, and what about this, and what about this? And they're like, that's not my focus, right? So somebody's got to stay laser focused, but everybody don't got to be like that. There's got to be some kind of balance. And you want to say something?
Yeah,
go.
I was going to go back to what you were saying about people knowing their job in the body and with a frustration. That thing is just illuminated in my mind.
There's some food back there, there's some water, there's some.
Pastor's supposed to be pastor and the evangelist is supposed to be evangelist. But if I try to step over and try to be a pastor, that's a problem. That was good. That helped me so much. We have to know our position and know what our job is. So then that helps with certain things. And can I use this as an example? Like some Sundays I come in and I want to chit chat, and pastor's like, no, because she's focused on, let me pray in here to get the people ready, let me get the atmosphere. That was so good. That just helped me so much.
Yeah, everybody has like a
part
part.
of their job anyway. And so when you try to step, or if you're not doing your job, or you're trying to step in, or if you don't understand the workings of the body, that's when you get your feelings hurt, or you feel some type of way or something. That was good.
So it's a part of, right, so we're an apostolic house, right, meaning we're a Christian church, but we believe in that Jesus was sent. That's all that means. He was sent. That's what that word apostolic means, that he came for a purpose. And everybody else that is coming through the cross was sent, like with an agenda. That's all it means. It's not even like, falling all out on the floor and everything. Apostolic, it means that it's a sent thing. So we're a training church. So the good part about it is, if you get a good understanding, maybe your skin won't be as thin. Because it's like, we're not a pastor. They have a responsibility. They have a responsibility, and with their responsibility, they are going to fill the heart of everybody, because somebody taught you that. So now you get a chance to see that, that's why it wasn't that big of a deal to me that Sister Betty didn't make it. But the pastor's crying in the corner, right? Because it's on their hearts. So it's just like pieces. But then it goes into, you got to learn all the pieces. Because sometimes we just worried about that one piece. Because we hear that name pastor all the time. But what about the elders? What about the teachers? What makes their heart come? And come away from the leadership positions and think about the ministry of helps. The ushers, the greeters, the ministry team, the singers. Everybody's heart has something that they're going to be concerned about. The youth ministry, like sometimes when Sister Liz is here, if a child walks by, she's like, did you see that child? Did you see that child? Did you see that child? She's like, this kid just walked by. Because in her heart, it's like, oh, that child is outside. Let's get him inside. Let's love him. We're going to move on. But just keep in mind, so the topic today, for those of you who just came in, welcome. There's fruit in the back. It's Relational Sunday. Feel nice and easy about walking around. You ain't interrupting nobody. There's water back there. There's dates. If anybody likes dates. What else do you have? There's some chips. There's some dates back there. And there's some chips and things around. So we're talking about navigating broken relationships. And how sometimes we have broken relationships.